And last week, we saw Georgia Tech get absolutely gashed on the ground versus Pitt, which doesn't lend me a ton of confidence for them coming into this matchup. But against the Bulldogs, if Georgia Tech can force a shootout in this matchup, they actually stand a pretty fair chance. But whatever happens, they cannot afford to go down big early. We saw it last week when Haynes King is forced to pass the ball. Isn't the greatest. You would love for him to have that time, really be able to establish the run game before he starts airing it out. And on top of that, last year they were able to go blow for blow, like I said, force that shootout against Georgia, and they ended up almost beating them in 8 overtime, so it is very, very possible. But Georgia is almost a completely different story this year than they were last year. Last year, they did not have a ton of success running the ball, and their defense was iffy at best. And in my opinion, the ground game will tell the story in this matchup. Georgia is 38th in rushing yards per attempt, but Georgia Tech just 111th in rushing yards allowed per attempt. And that is to say, I think Georgia has a pretty good amount of success running the ball, which sets up Gunnar Stockton to make some big plays with his arm. I have Georgia winning and covering in this matchup 35-20.